Hello, I've got for you today the unboxing of Montblanc's latest Masters of Meisterstruck, the James Purdey and Sons Special Edition. This pen is out currently in stores. It's been out for I think 2 weeks, maybe at most. I've been waiting to get mine for about a week, and I'm glad to finally have it. Looking forward to this pen since they announced it back in June, I think. First saw photos of it. Okay, so as usual it comes with a display case and an informational booklet. It has details of the pen's, or I should say the collaborators, Purdey and Sons, history, the techniques they used to craft the barrel and the cap, and various other elements of craftsmanship and metalworking. I think this pen has a lot of potential. It's trying to incorporate quite a lot of different techniques of woodworking and metalworking, and we'll see if that actually comes out in the finished product. So, comes in a mahogany, real wood mahogany box, made in Thailand. And I don't think that there's anything else in the box other than the pen. Some of these boxes have a false bottom. Nothing else in here. So when you get the pen directly from the retailer, you'll have it in this airtight sheath to protect it from corrosion and I guess from other damage. Let's open up and get a closer look. And there we have it. First breath. Oops, not quite. There we go. So, let's see if we can get to focus. The wood is Turkish walnut. I've heard some people say that it is American walnut. The specifications state that it is Turkish walnut, so I'll trust that. And the fittings are ruthenium coated, and I think there's only one brass element here. The clip is also ruthenium coated, and it is crowned with the signature mother of pearl Montblanc star. Thankfully, this special edition does have the mother of pearl emblem, something I look for. So the pen feels rather heavy, but not too heavy. That sheen on the barrel is apparently an effect that they've worked quite hard to achieve, with lots of coats of a specific type of finish. And I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. It's looks like plastic. It doesn't have the same warmth and the same character as some other types of wood finish, especially the previous wooden version of the Masters of Meisterstruck, the collaboration between Montblanc and the Forge l'Aiguillole. That pen, if you recall, I've made a video of that, has the same type of wood as woodwinds have, and it's aged quite nicely. So since this is walnut, we're not expecting too much of a difference or too much of a change in the color of the wood. It's definitely very interesting. Now, in the booklet, they do spend an entire paragraph, an entire page, speaking about the process of selecting this wood and processing it. I know a bit about wood, and I probably wouldn't have selected a piece of wood like this at least for the cap. The grain isn't straight, and it's I don't know, I think it's a bit harder to work wood that's not perfect like this, with knots and with damage in it like that. So that effect that they have engraved in the wood is quite nice. I imagine on a gun it'd get dirty quite quickly. On a pen like this, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay clean well enough. Now, I'm not too sure how much I like these particular metal adornments. They say that they are engraved, or I should say that the booklet says that they're inspired by Purdey and Sons' long history of engraving. I've looked at them quite closely. Let's see if we can get them to pick up on the camera. Of course not. Nope. Anyway, the issue I have with these engravings is that there are quite similar errors on all of them. So I'm not too sure if they were done by hand or if they were stamped out by a master that would have had all the same types of errors. But in the center there is supposed to be sort of a Montblanc-like star that is off-center on all of them, and the engraving marks are, I would say, quite poorly placed. So it's either done in a hurry or no, not exactly up to standards for a $4,000 pen. Now this brass adornment looks quite neat, I think. Looks like it's been acid etched rather than engraved. But we'll see how that weathers with time, if it'll oxidize or if it's been properly treated. But definitely something interesting to look forward to. I wish that had been gold, but I'm pretty sure it's brass. So the nib is, as usual, rubidium coated gold. And my camera's not going to focus. Okay, well, it's going to be some trouble. But it's engraved with an element of Purdey and Sons as part of their emblem. And let's see, there's plastic on the edge here. There we go. Get rid of that. So I don't have ink to fill it with yet, but it is a piston fountain pen, as all special and limited editions. So we'll see how it does as an everyday pen. Maybe I'll post some more about what it's like after a year, and we'll see sort of how things stand up. I've mentioned before that the mother of pearl cap emblem doesn't weather very well, and I think I've got it now for the first time out of the box directly on record to show that it is actually quite well polished and quite shiny. So there we have it. Montblanc's latest Masters of Meisterstruck, James Purdey and Sons Special Edition, out of the box and ready to use.